चंदेरा पड़ा है देखो चेहरे पे। मधु मधु इधर आओ। नहीं वो जलाओ इसीलिए बंद करने चला बुला लेते ना। हेलो हेलो। हेलो गुड इवनिंग प्रसन्ना जी and good evening to all my viewers. Am I audible, sir? Am I audible, sir? Well, hello, hello. Okay, so I should start now, no? Yes. Myself, Dr. Rakesh Chandra. I belong to Lucknow, UP. Hello. Yes. So I I have been a former civil servant from Uttar Pradesh, but poetry writing is my passion. I started poetry writing since my university days, but it was discontinued throughout my service because of several obligations of the service. Now, post-retirement, I have once again started writing poetry. So I will start with with my poem, which I wrote just before my superannuation days, that shows how much pressure, tensions, workload we suffer being a civil servant. The title of my poem is My Office Days. I am not surrounded by myriad files, bundles of loose papers, empty chairs, and official guard files only. I am not surrounded by myriad files, bundles of loose papers, empty chairs, and official guard files only. Into my office, to my accompaniment, there are problems too, lurking into atmosphere, and problems are infinite in number. Endless queues of miserable men and women, young and old, with worn out faces, throng daily to narrate their tales of woes. Before me, and more than often, I feel that the load of problems on my shoulders is crushing me. And more than often, I feel that the load of problems on my shoulders is crushing me. Oh God, my shoulders are not so strong, but I want to wipe off the tears from every eye. I want to be like a resplendent sun to tear apart the veil of darkness around. Let me feel your invisible hand on my head. Let me feel your invisible hand on my head and let me hop from strength to strength. Thank you. This was a glimpse of our working conditions and the problems we face daily. This poem is from my first book, very first book, Moon is Black, which I which contains poems since my university days. So from this book only, I will start reciting my other poems. The most liked by me, which I say poem in this collection is Moon is Black, as its name suggests. Moon is black, although I have seen her spotless. Moon is black, although I have seen her spotless. Behind the silken veil of twin clouds, I discern her childlike countenance. Behind the silken veil of twin clouds, I discern her childlike countenance, sprinkling an ever cherished smile and uttering a music divine. And snared in her charm, I venture to relish a more intent look. And lo, her divine face fell to her bosom, a shyness personified. But her smile was there. But her smile was there to cheer up my spirits. On her dark face, I tried to inscribe her name and I failed. On her dark face, I tried to inscribe her name and I failed. Bright stars and milky clouds flouted my efforts. And so, to soothe my restive soul, I incorporated her image into my eternal self. Moon is black, although I have seen her spotless. Thank you. There is one more poem from this collection. This is a bit, you say, psychological poem that is that regards one's own laughter. The title of this poem is On My Laugh. One thing I want to share with you that all my poems have sprung up out of some kind of experience, bad or good. So all these poems are experience born poems. There was also some experience which is hidden in this poem, on my lap. I discern the wavering image of the devil over the ripples of time between one love and the other. I discern the wavering image of the devil over the ripples of time between one love and the other. I laughed at my foolhardiness. I laughed at others' foolery. Also, I laughed at my bleeding sores, and laughed did I at my abounding sorrows. I laughed, I laughed, and I laughed, never to be stilled like a morgue. And thus I was happy ever running here, leaving behind the steady tortoise, the devil. He coaxed, cajoled, and gnashed his teeth, and I laughed heartily at his discomfiture. On the horse of ecstasy, I rode into the dreamland with my eyes shut, my senses dulled. On the horse of ecstasy, I rode into the dreamland into, with my eyes shut, my senses dulled. The morning that dawned found me a loser. I felt the pang of bitter pain, and my eyes were drooped in shame. And then I heard a piercing sound of devil's lofty words. I raised my head and found his face turned comic in self conceit. The spring of laughter then erupted into myself, destroying the crust of shame and agony. Again, I was laughing as ever. Thank you. I am trying to present before you poems of my successive collections. This is another collection which is called Poetry by Rakesh Chandra, published by Shaji Sir of that reflectoem.com journal. This is a common experience which I am sharing with you. The title of this poem is Future Calling. Everybody goes to all sides of future soothsayers. That is recital, that is a portraying of that sentiments, future calling. Once I asked a renowned palmist to read the lines etched on my palm and predict my future in detail. Through magnifying glass, he read my lines and predicted something which made me happy, but not contented, though apparently calm. So I approached a tarot reader to shed light on my obscured future. He too uttered some sweet words, but could not erase the dots of confusion. Still, I did not lose my hope and knocked the door of every soothsayer. Each of them predicted my future by handing me out the sweetened dope. Finally, I came in touch with a laborer and repeated the query previously posed. First, he laughed heartily to my discomfiture, and then composed himself in gentlemanly mode. He raised both hands toward the sky. He raised both hands toward the sky and spoke in the measured tones. He said, my hands dictate my future course. My hands dictate my future course, which even God listens and pays attention. Which even God listens and pays attention. I work hard without caring for future. I work hard without caring for future, and that is my potion best to create, sustain, and embellish it without allowing any foreign intervention. Without allowing any foreign intervention. Thank you. Then the best topics which I like to write poetry about are the nature and surroundings. What is happening in our home, in our surroundings. So that poem is regarding a it has flavors of nature also. The title of poem is No Cat Call This Time. No Cat Call This Time. The world is splashed in butterfly colors, sorry. The world is splashed in butterfly colors, and I am mirroring the cute butterfly. And I am mirroring the cute butterfly, touching my nostrils with softest touches, touching my nostrils with softest touches of love and affection in measures unbound. There is a rainbow of smiling flowers. There is a rainbow of smiling flowers, and nature is adorned with colorful apparel. The sky is blue, and fields are verdant. Everything on earth is darned in enchanting hues. Everybody on earth is darned in enchanting hues. I wish my friends are soaked in colors. I wish my friends are soaked in colors too, in captivating shades of joy and mirth. In captivating shades of joy and mirth, earth will become a better place to live in peace at its harmonious best. Earth will become a better place to live in peace at its harmonious best. Let the colors of life be many splendored. Let the colors of life be many splendored, embracing every thread of life. Let the butterflies roam around to spray. Let the butterflies roam around to spray the colors of happiness not so easily found. The colors of happiness not so easily found. Thank you. Then there is another poem. Everybody on earth, like you, me, and everybody, is always in search of a safe haven when some kind of crisis comes. That is a portrayal of man's desire to search for safe haven. The title of poem is In Search of Heaven Safe. When the cannons spit fire, when the cannons spit fire on the border, the inhabitants living in nearby villages instantly seek the refuge of bunkers and pray incessantly for their survival. When the floods inundate the areas large, when the floods inundate the areas large, the people are stranded all of a sudden. They eagerly wait for the rescue teams to carry them over to safe haven. Again, when fire broke loose in the building, everybody jumped to reach the ground floor. They did not care about the others. They had in mind their own survival. They did not care about the others. They had in mind their own survival. Survival of the fittest is jungle's law. Survival of the fittest is jungle's law, but humans find it convenient to follow. But humans find it convenient to follow whenever any tragedy befall on them, whenever any tragedy befall on them, other moral precepts then sound follow. Other moral precepts then sound follow. That is the reality of the human race. Thank you. Now, actually, I'm going through my third collection. This is my poetic journey, and by reciting my poems from these collection, this is the Sunset Musings. Uh, you may assess the progress of my journey, how far I have been successful in this field. The title of my poem is Don't Say Goodbye. Don't ever say goodbye as long as you are facing the blue sky. This is a poem of hope. Don't ever say goodbye as long as you are facing the blue sky, which teaches a lesson, which teaches a lesson of calm and contentment. Don't bid adieu to the white roaming clouds, which prompt us to move ahead in life, which prompt us to move ahead in life despite facing unending predicaments, despite facing unending predicaments. Don't say goodbye to the waving seas. Don't say goodbye to the waving seas, always churning in the energetic mood. Don't get embroiled in the froth on seashore. Don't get embroiled in the froth on shore and tread happily on life's thorny roads. Don't say goodbye. Overlooking beautiful flowers. Don't say goodbye, overlooking beautiful flowers and the singing beetles hovering around. In the sweetly chirping birds on trees, a beautiful message for life can be found. In the sweetly chirping birds on trees, a beautiful message for life can be found. Don't say goodbye. Don't say goodbye. There is animal kingdom residing amidst the verdant trees. They are enjoying without a trace of gloom. They are enjoying without a trace of gloom, forgetting their lives are on a short leash. Enjoy the innocent looks of a child's face. Enjoy the innocent looks of a child's face and get immersed in his enchanting smile. And get immersed in his enchanting smile. Don't even say goodbye to this world. You have yet to cover 1,000 miles. You have yet to cover 1,000 miles. Thank you. Then again, there is another poem from this book. This is regarding nature. Sometimes you will find a flower, white flower in the fields standing alone, which is rightly called a cloud flower. The cloud flower. I am a ball of silver threads mounted atop a verdant plant. I am a ball of silver threads mounted atop a verdant plant. I am a cloud flower on earth. I am a cloud flower on earth. The brute power of the wind has uprooted me from the mother plant. The brute power of the wind has uprooted me from the mother plant. Now I am heading towards the vast blue sky. Now I am heading towards the vast blue sky, riding on the velvet wings of the wind. Riding on the velvet wings of the wind. There are many flying upwards like me. There are many flying upwards like me, but some will wither away and fall. Some will wither away and fall. Yet I am determined to meet the clouds. Yet I am determined to meet the clouds as I am heartily chasing the wind. The sun is not at her refulgent best. The sun is not at her refulgent best, so I will not burn in the blistering heat. I will not burn in the blistering heat. Roving clouds are my protector. Roving clouds are my protector. Umbrellas en route. Protector, umbrellas en route. Every resistance I will resolutely face. Every resistance I will resolutely face. My life is ephemeral. My life is ephemeral, that much I know. Yes, yet I will reach at my life's crest. Yet I will reach at my life's crest. Thank you. There's another poem which is regarding mother. Mother is always mother throughout. None can share her enthusiasm for her child, though she takes 9 months or she proceeds on 9 months journey to give birth to a child. The title of the poem is A 9 Months Journey. A 9 months journey into an ocean of unfathomable love and affection. A 9 month journey into an ocean of unfathomable love and affection comes to an end when a child is born alive. When a child is born alive to see the face of a new world. A mother wades through vicissitudes of life. The mother wades through vicissitudes of life, facing the odds, physical and mental, taking care of both her and the child in the womb, learning the art of thriving like a free bird. In, a, in the womb, taking care of both her and the child in the womb, learning the art of thriving like a free bird. Child is a sweet angel. Child is a sweet angel, while mother is a fairy queen with a magic wand in her hand to dispel the dark clouds of distress and agony. To dispel the dark clouds of distress and agony, letting the child grow in a manner unheard. Letting the child grow in a manner unheard. The uncommon bonding between the mother and the child remains till she breathes her last. The uncommon bonding between the mother and the child remains till she breathes her last. A child is a child ever. A child is a child ever in the eyes of mother who loves her child in the same unreturned. The love she poured on her birth, she kept it in safe locks till her last breath. That is poem about the mother. Thank you so much for hearing. Now my latest collection is On the Wings of Clouds. Once it came to my fancy that I will go to planet Mars, and will settle there in colony, any colony on the planet Mars. So that is a poem, fanciful poem. The title is A Dream Sojourn on the Planet Mars. A Dream Sojourn on the Planet Mars. Yesterday, I boarded a spaceship in dream. Yesterday, I boarded a spaceship in dream and reached my cherished destination, the planet Mars, along with few friends and my favorite noodles to eat and survive where eateries are supposedly scarce. I don't know whether on planet Mars there are sufficient eateries, so I kept my noodles to eat and survive where eateries are supposedly scarce. I also carried a few Bisleri bottles. I also carried a few Bisleri bottles and a box of chocolates for 2 days with me. Since I was to wear only astronaut suit, I dropped my luggage with a sense of glee. There was no airport. There was no airport nor any space station. I had to alight on a smooth Martian land. There was no residential colony in sight, nor were there blooming flowers in sight. There was no residential colony in sight, nor were there blooming flowers in sight. I missed the trees, the shopping malls, and also missed my favorite coffee shops. I missed the trees, the shopping malls, and I also missed my favorite coffee shops. How can one survive in such backdrop? How can one survive in such backdrop where life provides no survival stops? Where life provides no survival stops? Mars is a planet of energy and rage, but I could not feel energized anymore without these things. Mars is a planet of energy and rage, but I could not feel energized anymore. Feeling sad, I decided to come back. Feeling sad, I decided to come back, followed by the end of my dreamy phase. That is how my journey concluded. Thank you. Everybody runs through some sort of love stories, maybe one, two, three or so. I don't think there is any person, any human being, which doesn't come across such moments where love stories are generated. But my version is like that. The title of my poem is Love Stories. I fall on earth. I fall on earth after leaving abode in the shape of raindrops. I miss you, clouds. I fall on earth after leaving abode in the shape of raindrops. I miss you, clouds. Fishermen, break my safety. Fishermen, break my safety. Cover and extract. I am the pearl. I miss you, shells. Fishermen, break my safety. Cover and extract. I am the pearl. I miss you, shells. I look intently with moist eyes. I look intently with moist eyes. I am the fallen leaves. I am the fallen leaves. I miss you, trees. On the shore of river of life, empty swing lies. On the shore of river of life, empty swing lies. I miss you, sweetheart. Winds coming from everywhere. Winds coming from everywhere echoes my agony. I am lovelorn diva. I am lovelorn diva. I miss you, my bow. I miss you, my bow. Thank you. Then, as I said, I love writing poems about what is happening in my surroundings. Sometimes it pains, sometimes it gives you happiness. So, what is happening in our society? I'm narrating in this poem. Title of the poem is When Vultures Reign Supreme. When Vultures Reign Supreme. We are the law unto ourselves. We are the law unto ourselves. We do not follow the legal tomes and consider anybody our enemy and consider anybody our enemy who dares to challenge our faith, our beliefs, however innocently or inadvertently it is accomplished. In the heat of the moment, we don't look in the heat of the moment, we don't look at their shriveled faces, emaciated body, and the thin shroud of poverty and deprivation thrust on them from the generations gone by. We forget that humble wife, hungry children, and aging parents are waiting eagerly for their early return. We do ignore their heartrending cries that can create a hole in the sky. We do ignore their heartrending cries that can create a hole in the sky and shake the earth's conscience from the deep slumber. We only hear. We only hear our maddening laughter coming back to us, ricocheting from the emptiness hanging around. We revel wholeheartedly in our misdeeds. We revel wholeheartedly in our misdeeds of so-called valor, forgetting the basic tenets of humanity. Forgetting the basic tenets of humanity. We always feel like hiding our faces in the sand of time. We always feel like hiding our faces in the sands of time till the internal storms bring into our souls passes away to oblivion. Till the internal storms bring into our souls passes away to oblivion. Thank you. My next poem is The Cat and the Music. I am going to bell the cat. I am going to bell the cat by playing the flute and making music most mellifluous, casting a magical spell on her, my cat. She is now sitting before me in a state of trance. The world around her has come to a halt. She is not listening to the cacophony, the harrowing noises of war cries, the nauseating din of angry voices, and the subdued sobbing of humanity languishing in unending pain and misery. The streets are empty throughout, and the days and night makes no difference. Fear is lurking all around, and the cat has forgotten the tracks of the scurrying rats. And the cat has forgotten the tracks of the scurrying rats. She is sitting before me like an attentive audience. Fear recedes. Fear recedes when the music plays. The cat knows this truth so well. Thank you so much. Is there more time, sir, or I should finish? Thank you so much. Thanks once again, this beautiful audience. This is my short journey of almost 4.5 years of writing poems in regularly, and I have got 4 collections of my poems, and fifth is ready. But one thing is very certain that I am far from being satisfied of my work. I know that there are miles to go in this field, in writing poetry. Thanks a lot.